great big upset, but an upset. When you knock off a defending champ who's 23-0 on the year, that's an upset.
I'll buy that. All right. Pascack Hills now brings out their defending state champ, Tom Husted, at 122. Husted with a great reputation, regional champ, many honors to his credit, and his opponent is Tom Andrews of Huntington Central. This is for the 122-pound class.
Right. Ernie Zuber.
So Tom Andrews, who's had some great wins up at Huntington Central, and Tom Husted. This ought to be a good one.
Dick,
very good one.
In Houston, we're looking at last year's outstanding wrestler in this tournament. But I don't mind saying Houston was hard-pressed to win in the semifinals. He beat Darrell Burley from Pemberton 6-5 in overtime. So Houston got in here by the skin of his teeth.
Tom Andrews beat Mike Jacoto from Madison Central to get here.
And Jacoto was another great wrestler that was up here last year.
There's another fellow who was eliminated. Tom Husted, by the way, 66 straight wins so far. So here's another guy who has a lot on the line up against a tough Tom Andrews. And we just moments ago saw what Frank Major did in the 115 class. It's tough to come in here as a defending champ. I guess the Reveres are the only ones that come in here and win
and just keep
time
doing
and time
it.
again.
Right.
Yeah.
Andrews got in real tight on that single, Dick. Everything right, head to the inside. But Huston's smart. He's not giving up anything.
Of course, Husted won the state title last year at 115, so he's up a class this year at 122. So I guess we ought to straighten that out. Tom Andrews. In a lighter uniform, Husted with a strike
a nice
down the
shrug.
side.
Husted shrugged him, but couldn't quite get behind. Andrews was able to get that one-arm overhook and whizzer right out of it.
35 seconds left in the first period.
Dick, you know, one of the things that amazed me in the semis.
Bucky Rahane there. We got a quick shot of Pascack Hills coach Rahane, who's coach of the year in New Jersey. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, let me just see what's happening here. Andrews is in on a double leg, changed it to a single leg. But it's going to be hard to get any points from this. Ernie Zuber, the referee, called a stalemate. Neither man was going anyplace, and they're still neutral. Dick, what I started to say, I was amazed in the semis at the number of points scored. Many of these matches were close, but they were close like 13-10 or 12-9. And it's
true. A lot of points scored.
Right, and it's much more exciting to see a 12-10 match than it is a 2-0 match.
And we have no score at the end of the first period.
It's red choice, so Andrews chooses top position.
Actually, in this match, as far as New Jersey Public TV is concerned, there's Pascack Hills coach Bucky Rahane. His team finished second in our rankings and number one in the coaches' rankings. And Huntington Central being our number one.
Neutral. Husted stood up like a shot, turned in, and got his neutral. 1 point.
He's up by 1. And his coach, Russ Riggle, who picked up the Harry E. Lake Award today, which is quite a high honor in wrestling circles here in New Jersey. Second period, 1 point lead for Husted. Won the championship last year at 115, now wrestling 122.
What do you think, Dick? Maybe we ought to let Russ and Bucky wrestle it off.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of talk about who's number one in the state, whether it's Huntington Central or Pascack Hills.
Well, you got two great coaches with good wrestlers and a lot of knowledge.
They've done a lot for wrestling.
Well, still no points. There's a takedown. Husted got his 2.
Now he's up 3-0 now. 1 minute to go in the second period.
Andrews sitting in, and Husted just putting a little back pressure on him. It looks like he wants to try to snap him back.
Husted 113-8 over a 4-year period. That's something else. 66 straight and he's up 3-0.
Off the mat.
National runner-up out in Iowa City last summer. So many of these kids with
oh, good hard sit out and turn in. Husted stayed with it, turned it into back points, and a neutral by Andrews. Well, that was a good call. We had 2 points, back points for Husted, and then a quick neutral by Andrews.
And that makes it 5-1 Husted.
Andrews real tight in on that single leg.
Almost over the second period.
Well, that's a stalemate at the end of the period.
5-1. Tom Husted from Pascack Hills. He's the first of 3 wrestlers in the finals today from that school. There's Russ Riegel. Russ has been at it 22 years. 22 years of coaching.
Yeah, he's been a great coach through those 22 years.
Third and final period now. Husted on top. He leads it 5-1. Trying to win a championship upper class this year.
Well, Andrews goes into the sitting position, Dick, but it takes him a long time once he gets there to make his move. He just tried to turn in, tried to grab the head and turn in. Now he stands up. And Husted maintains that single leg control, and they go off.
.132 to go in the match. 5-1. The man on top leads it. Trying to sit out is Andrews.
Yeah, sit and turn, and this is the second time that he's sat and turned like this, and Husted's been able to capitalize on it.
It's amazing when you stop and think how a guy can come in here and win a state title at 115 and go up a class and make the final again.
Well, he's strong. He's strong. He could wrestle, I think, at 122. He's got a hammer lock, Dick. He's got that right arm barred now. Okay, Ernie Zuber decided it was potentially dangerous, and that suits me. He may have taken back points away from Husted, but he decided that was potentially dangerous. That arm bar is fine if you're driving it across the back, perpendicular to the long axis of the body, but once you start driving it toward the head, that shoulder will pop.
1 minute left. 5-1 Husted.
A good trip. He's very good, Husted. He tripped him down, then he had the one leg, and he just had the inside hand on the thigh. Just light pressure managed to trip him down.
And he has close to 2 minutes in riding time, too. This is for the 122-pound state title here in New Jersey.
There it is again. That sit out and turn in.
45 seconds.
He'll have to try a different escape than that sit out turn in, Dick, because Husted just can handle it. That's all there is to it.
30 seconds. 5-1. Husted on top. He leads.
Now this is kind of tough. There's that sit out and turn in. Well, I just said it wouldn't work for him, and he got a point out of it.
5-2. Ten seconds.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful single. Husted dropped in there like lightning on that move. And we got a stalemate with 2 seconds left. Still neutral, so this is Husted's match.
Now Husted picks up 2 straight state titles, one at 115 and this one at 122, and that's it. 5-2 is the final. And Pascack Hills picks up an individual title, the first of 3 wrestlers from that school. Tom Husted with a state title. A great accomplishment